Joining us now to discuss is Chairman and CEO Gary Evans. To break it all down, Gary, thank you for joining us in studio today.
Thank you for having me, Trinity.
So, as I said in the lead, in critical minerals, they're in the spotlight, making headlines around the world. Talk to me about what's driving this surge in this sector.
Well, truly, in the antimony side, as well as lots of other critical minerals, there's a shortage worldwide of critical minerals, and that's caused this price increase. And then China has exacerbated it with its sanctions they put in place in September.
Now, antimony prices have quadrupled in the last 120 days. Why is this growth happening right now? Do you think it's sustainable?
Well, it's a good question. We've been around the world talking to probably 30 some odd countries trying to source antimony for our two smelters in Mexico and the U.S. And there's truly a shortage. I mean, antimony is a product that you don't typically find on its own. It's found with gold or silver or other hard rock minerals, and the big discoveries have been made. So we're having to find much smaller deposits and accumulate those to make products.
And you recently secured an agreement for antimony shipments from Australia. What is the status of that, and do you think that you can secure more?
It's an Australian mine. It's the largest in the Western Hemisphere. We actually have 2 container loads of material on the water today coming to our smelter in Mexico. So we hope that will be a long-term supply. We've also recently found other supplies in Mexico, and we're working with other countries as well. But we would like to have a long-term stable supply.
Yeah, specifically in Maduro, Mexico, right? Can you talk to me more specifically about that?
That's a facility we've had down there. It's a smelter for a number of years. We actually shut it down last year along with some other assets, and we're firing it back up here in about 2 weeks. We're doing about a little less than $1 million of refurbishing to get it ready for that shipment from Australia.
And who are your key customers? Where are you seeing the strongest demand?
We have really a list of 15 different customers, mostly industrial. It would be companies that are actually supplying products to the U.S. military. We make a lot of products for roofing materials. Antimony is used as a fire retardant. So ceramics, glasses, they're used in all kinds of semiconductors, quantum computing. So it's really got a wide array of uses.
And you know, a lot of people wouldn't target those specific areas that antimony is actually utilized in. Now, despite the price surge, why do you think antimony isn't widely talked about?
Well, nobody has found a replacement for it. It's a very necessary ingredient, like for solar panels. That's probably one of the biggest uses, and that's one reason we believe China made its decision to stop shipments, is they need it for their solar panels and obviously their munitions that they're building up with their military. So I think that at this point, nobody has found a replacement. It's a true chameleon mineral, and we're excited that we're the only smelter in the United States and Mexico to provide it.
And you know, the U.S. has identified antimony as a critical mineral for national security. What role do you see antimony playing in the broader supply chain here in the U.S.?
Well, you've obviously heard President Trump talk about a lot of this with Ukraine, trying to negotiate the mineral agreement to get critical minerals out of Ukraine, which has not been agreed to by the president of Ukraine. But I think the top levels of our government recognize this is a problem, that we've let China go around the world picking up all the antimony deposits for the last 15 years. This is something that we should have seen coming a long time ago, and we did nothing about it.
And where do you see this administration playing in the role of antimony for the rest of the year?
I believe that this administration will help speed along permitting. For instance, we have a lot of antimony deposits that we have found in Alaska. We'll actually be moving Alaskan material to our smelter in Montana in the second quarter of this year. So I think that if we can speed things along, get permits approved. I mean, we have competition that's taken 8 years to get a permit, so it's just way too long.
So what is your key priority then to execute this, get this done the rest of the year?
Say it one more time.
What is your key priority then?
I think our key priority is filling our smelters. I mean, we're still not at full capacity. We have material coming. I think that'll occur in the next 90 to 120 days. And then in the second quarter, we'll have our own material coming from Alaska. And therefore, our margins will significantly expand because we will have material that we actually own and mine.
A lot of key takeaways right there. Thank you again, Gary Evans, Chairman and CEO at U.S. Antimony.